was a little strange. She came a little late. She was a little strange. She came a little late. She was a little strange.
Back to the dawn of time when people started to use tools. And yet, something remarkable is happening. And that's what I'd like to sort of start off with, is to bring you into the loop on what I consider to be the features of modern making. Why is making different right now? Nowadays, it's much, much cheaper. The power is a whole lot more. And the point is that those tools have continued down this curve where power and low cost and increased capability are being built into tools. And we're kind of reaching a point where really amazing tools are entering the hands of individuals. We'll be going there in just a second. Smart tools, which include the cheap and powerful electronics that go with it. Open source as a concept, collaboration, and then this process of pursuing passion, learning from mistakes, and iterating. 4-foot by 8-foot sheet of plywood. And using the mill, which I helped her with, we cut these things out, and she was able to then stain and assemble these things. Now so using the software that she had available for her, she just did a mirror image of it. It's a very simple function in the software. And she printed one in red and one in blue. In her mind, what she had done was she had taken this thing and she created the political spectrum of conservatism and liberalism peering at one another, scowling. And this is what she wanted to accomplish, and believe it or not, my daughter was able to, with these powerful tools, using open source, pull this off. So employer needs don't match workforce skills as well. And I think what this means is we're having a problem with coping with all the change that's around us. So for instance, I graduated from here with an industrial engineering degree in the MECOP program. And if I had tried to do something 5 years later with what I had learned coming out of that program, I'd be relatively useless. The rate of change was just too fast. I think most people have that similar problem. That's one of the reasons that there's a mismatch as people aren't keeping up with their skills and their knowledge to meet the then current needs as things change. There's a slowness. We're not staying useful. We don't have a way of teaching ourselves. Traditional education isn't enough all by itself. We need to teach the skills to extend what we know. Teach the skills to extend what we know. We need workers who can keep themselves current. And quickly, in the 1950s, when you graduated with a degree, you could probably count on a good 20, 30 years with that information. Things didn't change as quickly. If you graduate in 2010, the world around you is changing dramatically fast. And to the extent that making becomes a part of the culture here, more and more people will be learning the skill of tacit learning. And it is my position that when educational institutions learn that in addition to explicit learning, tacit learning is a critical skill that will keep their graduates valuable in the marketplace as the pace of change continues to increase fast. And you need to have a means to stay current. Tacit knowledge is information that is learned through doing. It's learned through watching, experiencing. You try things. So I know these things. I've got a challenge. I try something. I learn that it was good or bad. I've learned something and I can do better the next go around. This tacit learning process looks like this. It uses our explicit knowledge, stuff that we've learned previously, and it's a process of where we try something, we learn from what we've just tried, and then we iterate again. And from that process, we're learning things. It also, going back to the apprentice and the master craftsman relationship, draws from other people's skill around them. So it's really important that collaboration, which you saw as a part of this process, is involved in tacit learning of this thing. The university that figures this out and makes it happen is the university that leads this next wave of change and benefits disproportionately When someone does something first and does it well and does it right, they get the 80% benefit. They don't get the equal benefit. And this is one of those things where if you can instill tacit learning by riding this huge wave, which is modern making, then you'll be producing graduates that have a track record in collaborating, which employers want, track record in projects that they can point to and talk about. They'll know what the open hardware movement is about. Intel wants that. Qualcomm wants that. GE wants that. I know, I talked to them about this. All these wonderful hacks that you're going to see out here. There's so much that's possible. Why wouldn't you do something if you could? And there's a market for a lot of these ideas. So I expect we're going to see a lot more that's not mass market.
Hi, I'm Jen Galvin, and I'm from the Corvallis Art Center, and we make all kinds of stuff at the Art Center. There's a kiln downstairs, so there's people making ceramics. We have camps and kids painting. There's, all kinds of things being made there. We have exhibitions that are there. We're making paper out front, so this is paper that's made from jeans.
I'm Chip Hand. I am the person who fires the kilns at the craft center, and so I know a lot about the clay part of it. But we have various studios. Besides clay, we have glass and photography and a wood shop.
Hi there, I'm Lauren Davis. I'm in the Department of Anthropology here at OSU, and I'm an archaeologist. And one of the things that we do is we learn a lot by doing. So we, of course, do excavations, but it's kind of hard to do that once it's done. You dig it up, it's gone. But we can do other things. We teach students about making stone tools, for example, as a way to get access.
Hi, my name is Ryan Skeel. I'm the president of the Revise Club here on campus. We service, I think, 100 members. We have a open door policy for any of our members. They can come in any time.
Hi, I'm Chase. I'm with the Collaboratory. It stands for Collaborative Laboratory. It's a program here at OSU where we work with different industries like Intel, Texas Instruments, and Tektronix, as well as others, and we work with them to develop products.
Sure. So I think Travis already said that we have a 3D printer in the library. This has been pretty exciting for us. So what we brought today was the camera that's on the printer, so you can see that happening. But we also have some squishy circuits at our table out there, so come visit us.
Hi, my name is Jay Well. I am a programs coordinator at the OSU Small Program, Science, Math, Investigative Learning Experiences. And we do things a little bit differently. We're working with rural Oregon schools, specifically in underserved areas, but what we specialize in is teacher professional development. So some way to get these cool activities in the hands of teachers in rural communities and get them comfortable with teaching this to their students.
Hello everyone, I'm Jen Davidson. I am a PhD student here in computer science. I'm also program manager for Chick Tech, so I volunteer in my free time. And our entire goal is to get more girls and women interested in technology-based careers.
Hi, my name is Sean Trail. I'm the Director of Music Technology here at OSU, the undergraduate program. And basically, what we're interested in doing, what I'm trying to do with my students is explore the potential of the computer on stage and performance. So the computer is not a very musically oriented device, but in terms of how you interface it, right? So what we explore is developing sensor interfaces that are more intuitive for use with traditional instruments, so you can build on top of that when exploring what the computer can do musically.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Smith. I've got polyhedra by the gallery outside, and they're all like kits that you can download online. They're PDF files. You can cut them out and they make all kinds of polyhedra, which I think is cool for having many alternatives to think about when you think about shapes.
I think that was a lovely conclusion. So I want you folks to go from here out there, and I want to thank you very much for inviting me. I've enjoyed talking to you very much. Thank you.
Nobody tell her she's gonna hit. Good news here.
She always undersells. Yes, she does.
You ever seen like a
Yes, and if you would like us to do one, to take our survey and tell us what you want. Yeah, that's why we got the survey here. Yeah.
But wouldn't it be TJ Lincoln on Fridays? You want to
Thank you. I'm not sure what I have to bring to the table, but we don't know when this is going.
Now that I don't have my mouth full of food, I can find a place to everyone. Okay, so maybe it's okay. The colors are conductive and the non-colors
I don't when they're comfortable. Yeah. You know, I know one of the reasons that Joni and Cynthia thought me was because I have like space.
She just said that you were thinking about the rigid space as a part of the space.
I would love to have something happen in there, but I don't know what the feasibility is. But anyway, I do bring that to you. But I've kind of put off marketing.
Way better than any other time.
Really unique happening here.
Not have a whole lot.
So you can put any kind of battery on there.
Yeah, so like these guys are just powered by little coin cells, so the 3 volts is all you need to power these guys.
Neat deal.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, I was looking back, my first computer was a whole bunch of people might not be invested because it's going to almost be like setting up a test jet printer for a whole bunch of people. So you doing this is every person is going to have one. Not that long. A few hours per day. Right. Programs where this one doesn't change every year. But like the first robotics program, it changes every year. This one changes every year. What's this one called?
This is International Aerial Robotics Competition.
Okay. And so what's the goal right now? What's
This year?
It's
like 1.75 or something?
Yeah, 1.75. It's also got it's a dual extruder, so it's got.
Oh, nice.
So it's got the first thing we did.
Is it really there? So let's go over. Did you gut it? And it just looks like that.
It's still theirs.
Okay.
We're interfacing with the programming interface through Telnet.
Okay.
What we really did was look for a different way of interfacing with you. And so what we have here are distance sensors. They're situated around the head. This is obviously first revision, so it looks really bad. But so you've got distance sensors situated all around your head that take in basically the world around you, how far away the different objects are. And what we have.
Anytime she gets markers in her hands, she's focused.
Do those markers find their way onto clothing very often?
I don't want to talk about it.